There are few images in life that are as hopeful and dynamic as children in a classroom. Often, it is here where they first begin to understand what an exciting adventure life can be. Within the security of the classroom, they can test themselves, try new things, explore their world, and dream big dreams for the future. But for too many of our children, life's lessons are learned in a harsher environment, in hospitals and treatment centers, in doctors' offices and surgical suites. And big dreams for the future may prove to be somewhat elusive. But a child's heart always has room for a dream. And even in the darkest hour, dreams can come true. We're making them come true at the Dream Factory.
Hello, I'm Charlie Hinault, founder of the Dream Factory, an organization established to grant the wishes of seriously and chronically ill children. Today we'd like to take a few minutes of your time to tell you our story and to introduce you to some special people that are involved in our organization. Hopefully, after you see this, you'll embrace our mission and you'll help us create a moment of a lifetime for a very, very sick child.
I came to the organization wanting to give something, but I received far more than I've ever given.
Our task is very simple. Identify critically ill children and make their dreams come true.
It's been remarkable to see what we've been able to do for these children and how we've made a difference in their very difficult life.
The Dream Factory is a national, non-profit, volunteer-based organization. And while we currently maintain more than 50 chapters in over 35 states, each chapter focuses their efforts on addressing the needs of their own community.
It's very rare anymore to find somebody whose life hasn't been touched by a critically ill child, whether it's a family member or a neighbor or someone through church or whatever. And you can see how that rips apart families. I mean, it literally rips them apart. This is a way to glue them back together. Let them hold on for a little bit.
It's nice to say that over 90% of what you're going to give is going to stay in the community to help grant the wishes of these seriously ill kids, and that means a lot.
Giving money to a wish-granting organization, it's just a real quick way that you can make a difference in a child's life, and it shows on their faces.
Our local chapters operate with amazing efficiency, with just 10 cents of every dollar going toward administrative costs.
I would encourage other businesses to give to the Dream Factory because 90 cents of that dollar is going to go towards benefiting the children. Many organizations cannot say that.
Of course, money alone is not enough to help us fulfill our mission. It takes people, volunteers willing to commit their time and their hearts to doing whatever it takes to make a dream come true. Since its inception, the Dream Factory has made dreams come true for over 25,000 children. From meeting a favorite celebrity to receiving a special toy or computer, to trips to faraway destinations, critically ill girls and boys from throughout the United States enjoy their moment of a lifetime, thanks to the Dream Factory. One of the most requested dreams is the opportunity to go to Walt Disney World. And with the help of our dream partner, Give Kids the World, these special dreams come true. Here are just 2 stories of youngsters who traveled to Walt Disney World for their moment of a lifetime. The fight to survive a serious illness can be devastating for a child and his or her family. Meet Ryan Beasold, a pretty average 13-year-old boy with an extraordinary history. Ryan suffered horribly with epileptic seizures from the time he was a toddler. After years of trial and error treatments, invasive and all too often painful diagnostic procedures, and ultimately no lasting relief, a surgeon at New York University Hospital proposed a radical and potentially life-threatening treatment. Pinpoint the precise point of origin of the seizure activity in Ryan's brain and remove it.
When you're desperate to do anything, we were also very scared because the doctor had said there's some chance that you may not come through. But yet we knew that if we didn't, Ryan would have no chance at all. So Ryan went into surgery about 7 o'clock and came out about 3:30,
yeah.
They removed the right side of his brain. And so he was really sick when he came out of surgery. Surgery took about 7 hours. Things got bad the first couple days because of the steroids. Ryan went into almost really deep depression. Cried where he wanted to stare out. And then finally they figured that it was probably better to get him out of ICU because this whole entire time we were in ICU. And I slept right beside him in a chair.
And then, in the midst of all the worry and pain, the Dream Factory reached out to provide comfort.
A lot, again, has been taken from us as far as our marriage, you know, from our kids. You know, we've never had a vacation ever. It's unbelievable that it's really happening. I mean, it really is.
Well, it gives us a chance to have a good family vacation and get to know each other a little bit better, I think.
I don't think words could ever say. You know, I mean, like for me to be able to see the smile that this is going to bring on their faces, that I would never have been able to give to them. Wishes do come true.
Some of our dream children's stories begin with such joy, but end with much sadness. Diagnosed at age 3 with leukemia, Patrick Young fought back with everything he had, and for a time seemed to be winning. But in his 16th year, at a time when most youngsters are just starting to spread their wings and look to the future, leukemia won the battle, and Patrick was gone.
I think it had gotten to a point where Patrick was tired. You know, he did everything that he was supposed to do, and that treatment is really hard. I think when they told him that the leukemia was back, that he just decided, you know, I've done all I can, and he was ready to go.
Even in the darkest hours, a dream fulfilled can provide ample energy for one more precious day, one more priceless memory. For Patrick Young and his family, that dream was a trip to Walt Disney World.
Patrick had filled out the forms, and I said, well, you know, they really ought to give it to some family that really needs it. And he said, we really need it. We have 3 videotapes, and it covered all the days. And it was, when you go back and look at them, it's you don't look at them and cry. You know, you look at them and you just smile, because that was a time. You know, that was a time. And it was us. You know, that's irreplaceable in my mind.
We see plenty of children who we ask to jump through hoops all the time in order to maintain life, and they get so used to jumping through that you know, sometimes they just wear out. And you see the smile on these children's faces when they come back. You see a child who you didn't expect to live, who comes back from their special dream, and then who does die 2 weeks or a month later. But you know that you've made a special thing for that child, a special happiness that kept that child going, and that child literally lived longer because of that special dream.
You can't put a price on a parent's memories of a son who has passed on. And only time will tell us of the unique contributions that a healthy boy of 13 will make to our world when he becomes a man. But today, Dream Factory volunteers know that what they do counts. What they do makes a difference, one child at a time.
There's a lot of pain and suffering in life, there's no question about that. And these young children have had more than their fair share. But it's nice to know at night when you go to bed that in some small way you've made their road in their life a little bit better. You might not be able to cure it, you might not be able to get rid of all the pain and sorrow, but knowing that you helped another human being to have one moment or one day of special dreams or of less pain, and it brought a smile to their face, that is, there's no better elixir for life than something like that.
For the Dream Factory and its volunteers, the best elixir for life is helping others. Won't you take time today to help us help critically and chronically ill children? Your time and contributions make our dreams come true. Contact the Dream Factory today. It will change your life and the life of a critically ill child.